now, it's been 10 years since debate and protest over Act 10 took over Wisconsin. We catch up with a teacher who shares what those months were like for her. And the latest on the fallout from former President Trump's second impeachment acquittal as President Biden continues work on his agenda. Plus, it's Valentine's Day, but many local restaurants aren't feeling the love this holiday. What they say you can do to help.
This is News 3 Now at 10.
Thanks for joining News 3 Now at 10. I'm Amanda Quintana. We'll get to our top stories in just a moment, but first, that bitter cold is turning dangerous tonight again. Let's get a look at your first warned weather with meteorologist Dana Fulton.
Amanda, right now I think it's a pattern that we all know pretty well. Very cold temperatures overnight with wind chills dropping well below zero. Right now we're at 5 below, wind chill closer to 25 below in Madison. It is 0 in Janesville and 4 below in Mineral Point. Right now, again, those wind chills across the board, close to 20 degrees below zero. So we're getting into that dangerously cold range overnight and for early Monday morning. Low temperatures will be dropping quite a bit more compared to what we saw for early on Sunday. So we do still have alert days in the forecast for Monday and Tuesday. My good news in all of this, these are the final 2 alert days right now that we have in this cold stretch. It does seem likely that by the end of the week, we'll at least be closer to 20. And as we look ahead to next week, likely that will start to swing above average with our temperatures. But we'll take a closer look at your full 10-day in just a few minutes.
All right. Thank you, Dana. 10 years ago today, Governor Scott Walker introduced legislation that would ultimately reshape Wisconsin's future. Act 10 led to teachers and other union members fighting for their right to bargain. Adam Dexter caught up with one of those teachers this afternoon who shares what the time was like for her.
Well, it is certainly much quieter at the Capitol now than it was here 10 years ago when teachers like Denise Peterson filled every inch of the Capitol Square along with the inside of the building itself. And tonight, the former high school social studies teacher is reflecting on the history of that moment.
It was unlike anything most Wisconsinites had ever seen. Raucous crowd inside the Wisconsin State Capitol for days, making their feelings about Governor Walker's proposal known. Among them, Monona Grove High School social studies teacher Denise Peterson.
It was very energizing to be at the Capitol. In spite of the fact that a lot of us were very upset, very emotional about what was happening, it was also very energizing.
And shortly after Walker unveiled his proposed Act 10, the history teacher of 18 years had a turn to address lawmakers face-to-face in front of the state's Joint Finance Committee.
What does denying school districts and local municipalities the right to collective bargain if they choose to have to do with your budget?
I felt it was very important for me to do this because if I'm telling students how important it is to be an activist, how important it is to be a participant and to understand the political process, I couldn't very well talk the talk and not walk the walk.
Today, Peterson is retired, a choice she made shortly after Act 10 passed, one of the countless number of teachers who made the decision.
I retired early, as soon as I could, in part because we were going to have some of our benefits taken away.
And while she says Act 10's passing changed the teaching landscape in Wisconsin in ways she fears can never be repaired, she says it's still incredible to think that one day teachers could be teaching about her words.
I'm proud of what we tried to do, that there were so many people who spent a lot of days out in the cold, a lot of hours in the Capitol building, fighting to do what was right.
And earlier this week, former Governor Scott Walker took to Twitter to reflect on the moments of what happened here a decade ago, saying the reforms passed took the power out of the hands of government special interests and put them back into what he calls the hands of hardworking people.
We have much more coverage of the 10th anniversary of Act 10 on channel3000.com. Naomi Coles sat down with 2 reporters who wrote a book on the legislation and ensuing protests. You can find her entire interview from For the Record on our website and YouTube channel. We're hearing tonight from one of the 7 GOP senators who voted to convict former President Trump in his second impeachment trial. Louisiana's Bill Cassidy says his vote was a matter of defending the Constitution.
I was elected to uphold an oath to support and defend the Constitution. The majority of the people in Louisiana want that to be the case. And I have respected that trust. I have voted to support and defend the Constitution.
After the trial, Louisiana's Republican Party moved to censure Cassidy. In a unanimous vote, the 57 guilty votes in the Senate fell short of the 67 needed to convict Trump. Despite being acquitted, President Trump is reportedly worried about possibly facing charges in connection to that January 6th riot at the Capitol. In a speech after yesterday's vote, Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell implied the legal system should look at Trump's alleged actions on that day. Last month, the acting U.S. Attorney Michael Sherwin said all actors who played a role in the attack are going to be charged. Many people across the country are marking the 3rd anniversary of the mass shooting at a high school in Parkland, Florida today. That includes President Biden, who's using the day to call on Congress to enact what he says are common sense gun law reforms. Biden's call includes requiring background checks on all gun sales, banning assault weapons, and eliminating immunity for gun manufacturers. 17 people were killed in the 2018 shooting at Marjory Stoneman Douglas High School. Biden is introducing his plan to work with people of faith to combat poverty, racism, and climate change. The president signed an executive order today relaunching the White House Office of Faith-Based Partnerships. The White House says the order will work with religious and secular organizations to serve people in need. The U.S. is making progress in its battle against the pandemic. Confirmed cases are falling and more people are being vaccinated. Johns Hopkins reports COVID infections are trending down, now under 100,000 per day for the first time since early November. But deaths are expected to keep going up. A model used by the White House projects another 130,000 deaths in the U.S. by June 1st.
Really need to do the hard work to make sure that there's universal masking, there's strict 6 feet of distancing between, that there's cohorting or podding so that there's a restriction of disease if it were to be transmitted.
During an appearance on Fox News today, Walensky said every American who wants a COVID-19 vaccine should be able to get one by late summer. DHS is reporting about 500 new cases over the past day. The 7-day average of 782 cases per day is the lowest that it's been since September 5th. Nearly 1 million vaccine doses have been administered in Wisconsin, while 239,000 people have finished their 2-dose vaccination series. Governor Evers plans on dedicating a large part of his state budget proposal to new economic development initiatives. Evers released details of his plan this morning. It includes a new $100 million venture capital fund to help startups and $200 million to assist small businesses hurt by the pandemic. The governor will submit his budget proposal to the Republican-controlled legislature on Tuesday. 17% of all restaurants in the U.S. permanently closed last year. That's according to a study by the National Restaurant Association. So far, 2021 isn't looking much better. The snow and extreme cold have kept most Wisconsinites home this winter, not dining in or ordering out. Christina Laurie explains how you can help show your love for local restaurants beyond Valentine's Day.
Chef Dave Heidi has 2 dates that typically carry his New Orleans-style restaurant Liliana's through the year: Valentine's Day and Fat Tuesday.
Like if Christmas and New Year's and Easter were all rolled into one.
This year, in an unfortunate twist of fate, his restaurant's 2 busiest days fall just 2 days apart.
You know, a lot of our regulars, instead of ordering Valentine's and Fat Tuesday this year from us, are doing one or the other. Like, we still really love and appreciate the support, but it is definitely hard losing a big percentage of our guests.
While many local restaurants have set up GoFundMe pages to make it through the slower winter months, Heidi is taking a different approach.
Don't buy gift cards and don't worry about any of that.
He's asking you to consider ordering takeout from a fine dining restaurant this holiday weekend, and if you can, make it a routine.
As much as I love a good drive-through fast food, and I love Culver's, like I love that they're Wisconsin, and like Culver's has been a huge supporter of Little John's, like I love it, but they're also doing great. And so maybe instead of going to Culver's 5 times in a month, go there 4 times in a month and then pick a fine dining restaurant for the other time.
Chef Dave knows his business, his workers, and himself aren't the only ones struggling. A National Restaurant Association survey found 17% of U.S. restaurants closed permanently during the pandemic, more than 100,000 in total. The majority of restaurants that closed were not brand new businesses. On average, they'd been around for 16 years. Liliana's is 14 years old.
We try to keep an optimistic outlook.
But in order to stay in business and make it through the pandemic, local restaurants will need your help. So this holiday weekend,
Love your partner, but also love us.
in Madison, I'm Christina Laurie, News 3 Now.
This month, we're making it easier than ever to help local restaurants survive. Our partners at Madison Magazine are organizing a takeout version of Restaurant Week. That begins on February 22nd. There's more to come on News 3 Now at 10. Dana has your first warn forecast. Plus, Valentine's Day is usually about flowers and chocolate, but for one new Madison business owner, it's all about plants. And a new office in Middleton is finding a new way to help remote businesses function smoothly.
Dear all-wheel drive, I'm your new co-pilot. Camry. Safety's the name of our game. Steady Camry all-wheel drive.
Get 0.9% APR financing for 60 months on a new 2021 Camry. Toyota. Let's go places.
Nobody says it better than our young fans.
Cooper Offices. Cooper Offices. And one car, that's all. One car, that's all. One car, that's all. One car, that's all. One car, that's all.
Gruber Offices. One call, that's all.
President's Day means more savings at the Brothers Maine President's Day Super Sale. Get in right now for the sale of the season with more savings on more brands like Whirlpool, Maytag, KitchenAid, and Amana. We've got a lot more satisfaction for you at Maine, like up to 18 months 0% financing and free delivery to make life a little easier. Hey, there's more home satisfaction at the Moore store. The President's Day Super Sale. More selection, more savings, and more satisfaction today at the Brothers Maine, your local store for more since 1938.
Ask about 40% off lenses with purchase of a frame. Wisconsin Vision. See more life.
Is your credit score getting in the way of things you want to do? Personal loans through NetCredit help you borrow up to $10,000. So check your eligibility on netcredit.com today without affecting your credit score. You may even be able to build your credit history as you repay. NetCredit, a more personal loan.
Habitat Dane County provides long-term stability through affordable home ownership, creating the spaces where learning grows, the places to rest, the spots to gather, the areas to play safely. Strengthen our community. Support Habitat Dane County.
Dear all-wheel drive, I'm your new co-pilot. Camry. Safety's the name of our game. Steady Camry all-wheel drive.
Get 0.9% APR financing for 60 months on a new 2021 Camry. Toyota. Let's go places.
Two people in Madison, within 30 seconds of him arriving, were dead.
A fatal shooting that left lingering wounds in our city.
It appears clear that the shooting was not justified.
Now, after 6 years, find out why the case of Tony Robinson's death could be reopened. Monday at 10.
You're watching News 3 Now at 10.
Instead of the traditional bouquet of roses, you could show your Valentine you love them with a plant. And a new Madison greenhouse could be your place to get it. Grow Greenhouse started on East Johnson Street last year in owner Melissa O'Brien's front yard. Now she has a store filled with plants in all sorts of pots and vases. A former healthcare worker herself, O'Brien says she wants everyone to have access to plants because they can boost mental health.
We'll have some pay what you can plants in the future. We will have free plants for children that stop in. And yeah, the goal is for everyone to have a plant and to be happy.
Today wrapped up Grow Greenhouse's opening weekend. Starting this week, the shop will be open Thursdays through Sunday. A new virtual mail service is now open in Middleton. Community Co-works is looking to help remote businesses stay organized during the pandemic. Photojournalist Brian Troxel captured how it all works.
We
cater to remote workers, and when remote workers even are forced to work at home, it became really difficult.
Before the pandemic, Middleton-based Community Co-works provided space for entrepreneurs and startups, but it lost more than half its clientele after workers chose to distance and stay home. To stay in business, owner Christy Warner had to find a new niche, a virtual mail service called Community Post.
We've been handling mail for our co-working clients now for 3 years. And so this feels like a natural extension of what we've been doing as part of Community Co-works.
Warner says there's demand for such a service, proving that while we live in a virtual world, much business still needs to be done by physical mail.
When someone is not able to, kind of attend to their mailbox, they're still receiving checks and documents and other things that have to be delivered in hard copy.
She says the process is rather simple, safe, and secure. Each piece of mail is coded to tell Community Post's customer the date it arrived, who handled it, and how long it needs to be held.
All that's scanned is the envelope. They'll take a look at that and then decide if they want us to open it and send it to them. So then they have a digital copy of their mail. If they want the physical copy of their mail, we can either forward it to them or hold it for pickup.
Launching Monday, Warner is hopeful Community Post will not only help her business, but her clients as well.
I'm looking forward to people being able to take advantage of our co-working services, but also to be able to continue to run their businesses safely from remote locations.
The Community Post launch was supported by the Wisconsin Economic Development Corporation's grant program. The virtual service offers several packages ranging from $10 to $150 a month. Major snowstorms are to blame for several big accidents across the country this weekend. The Oklahoma Highway Patrol responded to a fiery crash this afternoon in Oklahoma City. You can see the smoke billowing in the distance there. Authorities say injuries were reported in the wreck, which included semis and passenger cars. Here in Wisconsin, a kayaker and a goose are okay after being rescued yesterday morning from the Milwaukee River. Mequon authorities say the man saw a goose get trapped in the river's ice, so he jumped in. Officials pulled out the man and chopped the goose out of the ice. The goose is actually a celebrity in that area. Neighbors had recently named him Clayton. He was transported to the Wisconsin Humane Society, where he will be rehabilitated. Let's get a look at your first warned weather with Dana Fulton. Not a good idea to jump in the ice like that, but I guess you do it for Clayton.
You do it for Clayton. You do it for the goose. Yes, the neighborhood goose. I completely understand. For us right now, it's very cold outside, but as we take a look at the bigger picture, our neighbors well to the south are dealing with quite a little bit of a winter event passing through, especially for parts of Texas and the deep south, seeing light snow and a wintry mix for some areas that are just frankly not equipped to handle this kind of weather passing through. So it's making for some very dangerous road conditions. Winter storm warnings and watches extending all the way through the deep south. For us, it's cold outside and we have some wind chill advisories in effect, but we aren't looking at any true light snow or mix building in really for the next few days. Some flurry chances for us in the last few hours, but nothing that's added anything more onto our accumulation on the ground. Overall tonight, skies should stay mostly cloudy. Again, we do have that wind chill advisory in effect until noon on Monday. Throughout southern Wisconsin, extending down to the south and the north. Also, our overnight low temperatures will be below zero yet again, but those wind chills will be dropping to those dangerously cold temperatures where we see anywhere from 20 to 30 below. That's not quite stopping the birds outside, though. We did get a few pictures for some robins, and it looks like some cardinals in the trees also. They've been overwintering for us, staying around in the area. Get a little open water and some nice fruit for them to still snack on. If the bird feeders are full, they'll hang out through the winter every once in a while. Temperatures overnight, again, dropping below zero. As we look ahead to highs tomorrow, they'll be in the low single digits. Wind chills will stay below zero throughout the afternoon. We'll stay mostly cloudy for Monday with the potential to see a flurry or two, just a slight chance for some flurries on Monday. For Tuesday morning, below zero, but the afternoon highs on Tuesday will finally climb into the low teens. That's a nice swing in a new direction. We're expecting our temperatures to steadily improve by the end of the weekend into the weekend. Wind chills again below zero, down to that 20 to 30 below range for early Monday. For Tuesday, we're in the teens below zero, so steadily improving. We're still going to leave those alert days in the forecast, though, for Monday and for Tuesday, because temperatures early in the day and wind chills early in the day are going to be quite cold outside. But as we look ahead to our 8 to 14 day outlook, very likely that we are going to see temperatures trending above average. That's some good news. Doesn't mean a huge jump, but just a little bit of a trend in the right direction. Bitterly cold tomorrow, though. We'll be in the low single digits for afternoon highs. By Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, we're close to 20. There will be some slight snow chances through the week, a few chances for some light flurries, maybe some light snow passing through. As we head into the weekend, we start to warm up closer to 30. And for next week, we will see high temperatures in the mid to low 30s. So that'll be a bit above average for the end of February, but I think that's a welcome trend, Amanda, to see some temperatures expected to climb back above average as opposed to being so far below average.
Definitely welcome for me. And it's been, I think, at least 10 alert days in a row. So I'm glad that we can say goodbye to that streak.
It's continuing on for us right now. Yes, it's been very cold. It'll still feel like winter in the 30s, but at least it's not negative 30.
Not as bad. Yeah. Thank you so much, Dana. The Badger men's hockey team bounced back after losing game 1 of their series against the Wolverines. Why Tony Granato wasn't surprised by his team's performance. That's next in Sports with Zach.
Now, First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
With Herzing University's Everywhere Classroom, you can earn a degree in today's hottest fields online. For a limited time, we'll waive your enrollment fee. See what your career can turn into. I'm possible at Herzing. Call or click today.
It's time for the Great American Sales Event at your local Ford store. Celebrate with FlexBuy. Get 0% APR for 66 months plus $1,000 President's Day cash on top of other offers on select SUVs. With deals on America's best-selling brand, now's a great time to buy. Hurry in or shop online before February 15th. Get FlexBuy on a 2020 Escape with 0% APR for 66 months. And with President's Day cash, get a total $3,000 cash back. Celebrate now during the Great American Sales Event.
At U.S. Cellular, we believe everyone deserves 5G. Not just New York and L.A., but the millions of people in cities like yours, like Milwaukee, Rock Island, and Des Moines. That's why we're including 5G on all plans, no extra charge. Because everywhere matters, like Economowalk, Claysville, Prineville. U.S. Cellular has included 5G on all plans, no extra charge. Get unlimited data as low as $30 a month. U.S. Cellular.
Love lower than low prices? Then get more ways to save at Pick 'n Save, where you can find personalized coupons, weekly deals, and rewards like fuel points. All for prices that are lower than low. On food that's fresher than fresh. Pick 'n Save. Fresh for everyone.
We drive everywhere to help our son reach his dream of becoming an elite swimmer. So we enrolled in the Know Your Drive program with American Family Insurance. It gives us discounts for safe driving and other benefits, like emergency roadside service, which comes in handy, no matter where his dreams take him. With Know Your Drive, save up to 20% and get closer to your dreams. American Family Insurance. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly.
Winning Motor Trend Truck of the Year 3 times in a row, that had never been done before. Then again, neither had a 12-inch touchscreen or 1,000 pound-feet of torque, or being the only pickup on Car and Driver's 10 best list. Never been done before. It's just kind of our thing.
During the Ram President's Day event, get 0% financing for 72 months, plus $3,750 total bonus cash on the 2021 Ram 1500.
Wipe the slate clean for 2020 and start on a lasting career at Herzing University. We'll even waive your enrollment fee. A new year, a new career. It's possible. I'm possible at Herzing. Call or click today.
Game 1 of their weekend series against Michigan was not ideal. Wisconsin gave up 5 unanswered goals, 4 in the second period after jumping out to a 1-goal lead. Game 2 was a totally different story for Tony Granato's squad. Cameron Rowe got the start in net for this one, and the Badgers helped him out. Tied at 1 in the second, UW on the power play, and Roman Ashan cleans up the mess in front of the pipes. He knocks it in off the rebound. Wisconsin goes up 2-1. Then seconds into the third period, Dom Mersch deflects one in to give UW a 2-goal lead. Badgers bounce back and earn a split with a 3-2 win.
We shouldn't be surprised by the way these guys have responded all year when things look like, it's going to be a tough one. Well, when tough ones, are on our schedule or this group has to face it, they step up.
The old saying, good teams don't lose twice. So I think, I don't even think we had a really good game tonight. Definitely last night wasn't the result we wanted, but tonight was definitely good. It was good. It was a good character win.
The first time Wisconsin played Michigan, you'd probably turned it off at halftime. The Badgers took a 23-point beating in Ann Arbor. So instead of love on Valentine's Day, UW was thinking about revenge. And in the first half, everything was turning up Wisconsin. Aleem Ford didn't miss a shot in the first 20 minutes, scoring 13 first-half points. Scotty led by as many as 14. Michigan would come all the way back, though. Badgers down 1. Johnny Davis puts them back up with a J. Davis scored 11 off the bench, but this sums up the final 2 minutes and 45 seconds. Wolverines miss. Wolverines get the offensive rebound. And Isaiah Livers hits a 3. Michigan closed the game on a 13-2 run and outscored Wisconsin by 20 in the second half to stun the Badgers. 67-59 is your final.
We showed in the first half that we can do it, that we can be a really, really special team. We just got to continue to put a full 40 minutes. Can't be 35, can't be 38. It's got to be a full 40 against these really good teams, these top-tier teams, if we want to be considered one of the best in the country.
When they punched us, to punch back. And in the second half today, we didn't do really a good job of that, and just being the aggressor.
The Badger women also lost this afternoon. Wisconsin fell to Minnesota 68-63. Amani Lewis led the way for UW with a monster double-double, 27 points and 11 boards. And the Bucks wrapping up their 6-game road trip in OKC, taking on the Thunder. Milwaukee down 3 in the fourth. Giannis is like, hey, no worries, I got you. The 3 ties the game up at 89. Giannis finished with a triple-double, but the Bucks were in some trouble late. Down 2 with under 20 seconds to play. They need a stop. They didn't get it. Justin Jackson hits a triple as Milwaukee loses their 3rd straight game. So, Amanda, good news. We had hockey today because otherwise we're 0 for the gopher with basketball.
All the basketball,
yeah.
Both the Badgers and the Bucks.
Yep.
That was rough, especially the men's basketball. They were up by 14.
You're
that
up
hurts.
by 14.
Oof.
You're at home. You got the revenge factor.
Yeah.
They haven't been swept by a team in the Big Ten in a long time. And then they just laid it.
And then, oh, man. All right. Thank you so much, Zach. We'll be right back.
Finish your home in good taste with Pletz Furniture. Shop for new ideas from a large selection of quality name brands in stock and ready for delivery, including Lazy Boy, Sealy, and Amish-made furniture. Pletz Furniture in downtown Baraboo. Quality furniture at lowest prices.
It's time for the Great American Sales Event at your local Ford store. Celebrate with FlexBuy. Get 0% APR for 66 months plus $1,000 President's Day cash on top of other offers on select SUVs. With deals on America's best-selling brand, now's a great time to buy. Hurry in or shop online before February 15th. Get FlexBuy on a 2020 Escape with 0% APR for 66 months. And with President's Day cash, get a total $3,000 cash back. Celebrate now during the Great American Sales Event.
Every year, thousands of Wisconsin residents make the difficult choice between eating or heating their home. So please join News 3 now and support a week of warmth, benefiting the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund. 90 cents of every dollar donated is used to help those in crisis. Due to the COVID-19 pandemic, the need is now greater than ever. Give the gift of warmth. For more information, visit kwwf.org. Week of Warmth, sponsored by Viridian Homes.
Maintenance fee, ATM fee. Can I hide in your fort?
Sure, but the fort fee is 10 cookies.
Need a place to hide from fees? With a BMO Harris Smart Advantage account, you can get cash with nearly as many fee-free ATMs in the U.S. as the 3 largest banks combined, and no monthly maintenance fee.
Huh, did you hear that? No monthly maintenance fee.
Fort fees are subject to the governing bodies of the fort.
She did not learn that from me.
When a bank helps you make real financial progress, that's the BMO effect. And right now, get a $200 bonus when you open a new BMO Harris Smart Advantage account.
Incomparable design makes it beautiful. State-of-the-art technology makes it brilliant. The Lexus NX with pedestrian detection, lane departure alert, and Amazon Alexa compatibility. Standard. Experience the crossover in its most visionary form.
Lease the 2021 NX300 all-wheel drive for $359 a month for 36 months.
Experience amazing at your Lexus dealer.
Every day, News 3 Now investigates, taking action and challenging the status quo, asking the important questions, and getting the answers you deserve. It's our job and our duty to discover and report the facts, to make sure your voice is heard, and to help make a difference. That's why News 3 Now investigates.
Furnish your home in good taste with Pletz Furniture. Shop for new ideas from a large selection of quality name brands in stock and ready for delivery, including Lazy Boy, Sealy, and Amish-made furniture. Pletz Furniture in downtown Baraboo. Quality furniture at lowest prices.
Before you make plans, download the Channel 3000 First Warn Weather app. You're watching News 3 Now at 10.
Students from Madison College are spreading a different kind of love this Valentine's Day. The Yahara Literacy Journal is hosting their annual Bad Love Poem Contest. The contest allows people to anonymously share their experiences with love by poem. According to the Yahara Journal's editor-in-chief, poems range from all emotions.
The point of the Bad Love Poem Contest is just sort of to have a laugh, to embrace those super sappy or maybe even borderline embarrassing love poems.
Poems will be shared on the Yahara Journal social media pages. You can read those on their Instagram account. The babies in the Unity Point Health Meritor NICU are celebrating Valentine's Day in a sweet way. They dressed as the sweetest candy hearts you've ever seen. Unity Point Health Meritor says we can all use a little extra love this year. So adorable. I cannot take when they dress up these babies in the NICU. It's just so adorable. You know, they do like the leap year, the little frog. Ugh, just so cute. I can watch these pictures all day.
Their little blankets.
Yeah,
so
it makes
cute.
you happy.
It does. They're safe and warm inside right now. It is going to be a little cold for us still for the next few days. We have alert days in the forecast for Monday and for Tuesday. Temperatures next week will start to trend above average.
All right. Thanks so much for joining us. Have a great night.